Money Vikings, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me. I've got a really important one for you. I want to share my top 5 ways of getting and staying out of debt. Let's check it out. So, we all know that getting into debt is a huge problem in the modern world and in our country. Credit cards are everywhere, easy credit is everywhere. It's just the click of a button, the signing of a pen, signing your name away. You can get the clothes, the vacation, the expensive car, even a home loan. They can be way out of reach. You can get anything on credit. And what ends up happening is that our monkey brains take over. Okay. We have monkey brains. There's a part of our brain system that is the sort of ancient part, and it's highly fixated on instant gratification. And it's very much biased towards the present moment and the present day and the present hour and present second. And it's what you want now. It's the part of the brain that gets rewarded by drugs and other things that give us instant gratification and that instant thrill. And it really gets us in trouble. And a lot of people, in fact, millions and millions, are stuck in huge amounts of debt because of that part of their brain. So when I was in debt, these are the things I did. So number one, you've got to come to a place where you own the issue and take responsibility. You have to tell yourself and look yourself in the mirror. You have to look in the mirror and tell yourself, enough is enough. I've got to change. I have to do something. And I can't hide anymore. Because that's the hardest first step. Because it's so easy to justify it in our brains and in our lives, the debt. And it's so easy to run from it. I have known countless people that I've helped that won't even look for a while. They won't even look at their credit card statements. They'll be piling up in the mail. And they've got multiple credit cards. They'll never sit down with a piece of paper and take a holistic approach to their net worth and where they are financially in terms of financial health. What assets do they have and what liabilities do they have? So please, I'm pleading with you, and whoever needs this message, there is hope for you. You've just got to take that first step. You have to look in the mirror and say, I want to change. It sounds cheesy, but it's true. You've got to tell yourself in your own heart and believe it that you are going to own this and take responsibility. And it's no longer a matter of blaming the world or society. Yes, there's external factors that make it so that people get into these situations, okay? Too high of student loans are pushed on people. Credit cards are handed out at colleges in every corner when our brains are totally in, monkey mode and instant gratification mode. So there's a total environment that is setting you up and a lot of us up to fail, okay? But we have to take responsibility and push back, all right? So number one, own the issue. Take responsibility. You've got to tell yourself and believe that in your heart, okay? Number two, you've got to have an eyes wide open look at the whole situation. And for me, what that meant is what I call money mapping, okay? It had to do with taking out a piece of paper and writing down everything that I owed, getting out all the statements and everything, but you write down everything you owe, add it all up. Okay, this is the big chunk. These are the different categories. And then over here, you got to look at what are your assets? Do you have any? I mean, you can include some, maybe it's your job, okay? You got a job that has an income that comes in every month. So every month you're bringing in whatever, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever it is. Okay, write that down. Savings account, any savings accounts, any lost crypto accounts, any, weird accounts that you might have opened up over the years. You have a weird Cash App account. I don't know, whatever. But you got to make a list of all those, okay? Because that gives you a clear-eyed view of where you're at and how you need to attack the problem. You also might want to add on there the percentage interest rate that you're paying on each item. So, for example, you might have student loans, which is not fun, but maybe those student loans are 3-4%, whatever. But then maybe you got $5,000 or whatever more on a credit card that's charging you 17, 18, 19, 20%. Okay, some crazy number, which is totally just putting you in a hole. So typically, the strategy is to get those really high interest rate amounts. You pay the minimum on the others. So that's the plan. The main plan is this. On the ones with the low interest rate, you pay the minimum. You pay what you have to pay. Okay, but you're not going deeper in a hole. But the ones that are these really high interest rates, you get those, you attack them. You think about it like attacking it. You attack that first and you beat it down. Okay, so that's number 2. You got to take a holistic view of everything and write it down. Okay. The third thing I do is I post reminders. Okay, sometimes I just use Post-it notes. So Post-it note all over the place. That one, it's backwards. Stop spending. Okay, a Post-it note, note cards. We could tattoo it on our arms. Wear something that says "Stop spending," but have visuals around you. This is why they have those cheesy motivational posters at companies, because people do read them and you kind of think about it and you're like, oh yeah, that is, part of being a team. That's cool. We're all like, building the pyramids or whatever. That's a silly analogy, but you get the idea. Post different reminders and things that inspire you. Create an inspiration board. How am I going to feel when I'm at a debt? Visualize it. What I'm trying to say is make it part of the real world. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So that's number 3, post reminders, visuals. Okay, around you, surround yourself with the motivation, the reminders, okay, till it becomes habit. You're trying to make something a habit. Okay, number 4. The fourth thing is take a big step. Take a step forward. That's what you got to do. You got to take one step forward, okay? For me, it was, I had this amount of debt over here, and I had a little bit of money in a small investment account I'd forgotten about, okay? I was like, you know what? I'm going to take that $500 right over there, and I'm taking it out. And I didn't want to, I want to keep it. But anyway, I had all this debt. Take it out, and you slam that thing on the debt. Okay. Then you've taken a step and you've seen something happen. And the next day you wake up and you're like, okay, take a deep breath here. I can do this again. I can, on one hand, stop the bleeding and stop the pain, stop the spending, right? On the other hand, I took a big step yesterday. So it's 2 things that get you momentum. Okay, you get momentum going in the right direction. That's number 4. Take one big step. Focus on it and take it. Okay. Number 5. 5th thing is this. Get the human monkey brain out of the situation. And what I mean by that is find a way to automate. Okay. We are big believers in automation. Automating, when people are automatically signed up for 401ks at work without a choice, it becomes sticky. It's harder for them to undo a good habit that's been automated than when you have them, you have to go into HR and sign up. That's what they found time and time again, is that when you just automatically sign somebody up and then they have to do things, there's friction, they call it. You have to do a bunch of things. You got to go into an account, or you got to call somebody, or you got to work on some things. It's not an instant little swipe thing. They stay invested. They stay saving, right? So my point on this with the debt, automate a way, even if it's a small amount, call the bank. Hey, I got this money on the credit card. I'm really bummed out about it. I want to automate $50 a month. That's what I can afford to pay to go towards that thing. You can do extra, but you've automated something that's going to be automatic. Okay. Or go the other way, automate into an emergency account. All right. So take a little small amount. At least by the end of the year, you're going to have that built up and it might help you in the battle. Okay. So those are 5 things. I hope that helps. Hey, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it as we grow the channel. If you're getting value out of this stuff, we're trying to add all the value that we have learned over 20 plus years of investing and saving that's helped us succeed as Money Vikings. But yeah, number 1, own the issue. Look at everything. Post reminders. Take one big step and automate. Thanks a lot, guys. Catch you on the next one. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.